Welcome back to the Rural Project. My name is Chris and I am back here at the land. We've got a day of splitting ahead. As you can see, the wood all there piled up in the background, ready with the splitter. We've got the burn pit just started there, so that'll be working its way through a heap of rubbish today. So this is what I want to split my way through today. So we get that split, not just split, but get it stacked in here as well. And if and when I get through all of that, there's a fair bit there. If and when I get through that, I'd like to get the swing saw going and keep working my way through all of those branches there. Right, so let's get started on today's project and see how far we get. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a fresh day today, but there's plenty of clouds in the sky, but it ain't gonna rain. But it is pretty damp underfoot. But let's see how we go. So 10 o'clock, let's make a start. So as you can see, and you might have seen on some previous videos, a lot of this wood is really wet. Pretty wet and rotten in the middle. It's not too bad on the outside. So what you'll see me doing here is, as I'm splitting it, I'll be knocking off all the waste wood, all the rubbish from the middle, and just leaving the half decent firewood for burning at a later date. Because I've got the fire going today, I've got to keep remembering to head over there and put some more wood on the fire, all these scraps. As you'll see, the fire starts smoking quite a bit because this wood is so damp, and that poor fire is struggling to keep going. Once I've got that fire loaded up, yeah, it's time to go and fill the trolley. Working my way through all this really damp and rotten wood, there's an awful lot of waste. And as you can see here, we quickly get that trolley refilled. And yeah, over the course of the day, we'll get that all burnt on the fire pit. Okay, just realised I'm creating quite a pile in front of where I need to stack, so I think it's time to go over the stacking now, and we'll get back to splitting in a minute.
Tell me that you're ready to go. Tell me that you're ready to go. I'll be here waiting. I'll be here waiting, waiting.
Right, well, we got all of that split. It's now 11:30, so it took me an hour and a half, but obviously in the middle of that, a little bit of camera work, a little bit of tidy up and feeding the fire, and it's been sort of 10 minutes trying to sort out that loose ball. So around about an hour to split all of those logs. Now that stuff, that wood is pretty wet, and look, that's one of the reasons I've been pushing like crazy to get all of this stuff in the shed and get it drying, because it's going to take a long time to dry this time. A lot of the wood that I usually split is already pretty dry, but nah, not this stuff. Right, so let's get the time lapse going. I reckon we'll pretty much fill that bay. Let's get the time lapse going, let's get this thing stacked, and then I'll take a bit of a break. That is one ugly wood pile. Ugly wood pile, full of ugly wood, but it's big, it's chunky, it's going to dry out and it'll burn awesome because it's Aussie hardwood. Most of that is yellow box. Yellow box burns really well, really hot, but like all wood, it's got to be dry first. So this is going to need the rest of this winter, spring, summer and autumn to be ready for next year. By which point it'll be really nice and dry, ready for next winter. So we've got all the wood split. Just going to take a quick break now, have something to eat, and then we'll get the swing saw out. A little bit of swing saw action going on, and work our way through some of those logs. There'll definitely be enough there to fill the rest of this bay of the woodshed, which is the aim for today. I want to have that filled. There's a little bit more to go up on top. What I tend to do is put all the shorts and chunks on the top, all the bits that won't really fit, and you'll leave the rest of the bays, or the rest of the raw sorita wood that's pretty uniform in length. Not perfect, but good enough. Okay, had a little bit of a break and done a little bit of a tidy up in here as well. We've moved the log splitter from over there, moved all the rubbish that was down on the ground. I've temporarily positioned it there, and I have made a start with the swing saw. It's a good little setup here, so basically take the timber out of the rack, so they're all stood up so you don't have to bend down for them. Out of the rack, into the swing saw, chop to length, drops in the bucket or in the barrow, and then move that over to the wood pile and stack it. So that's the next job once this is full is to get this thing, get this barrel load of wood stacked. Right, so I am going to get cracked on into this now. So it took me half an hour to stack the rest of that wood. I forgot to actually say that. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to work my way through all of this swing saw wood today. Get through all of that stuff today. We'll definitely get that bay filled, and I'm not too sure how much of this bay will get filled. The other thing that I've done here, I don't know if you noticed, but all the kindling that was in this corner, that's all been removed now. So this is set up for firewood. All the kindling's been put into the container at the top of the hill, out the way, put it into a few bags, well, a lot of bags. There's a lot of kindling, and create myself a bit more space here So another good couple of cubic meters of firewood can be stored in here, and ultimately this shed is all about storing firewood. So I'm not sure if you can see on a camera, but there is a little bit of rain coming down, just a bit of drizzle, which I was not expecting today. Just spoken to home, and that's an hour away, and they've said it's beautiful sunshine there, so fingers crossed this'll just blow through. Right, let's get the swing saw going and get into some of this firewood. Hey, we are done. All the logs from there, they've all been through the swing saw. A little bit of a pile of mess to sort out on the floor here, but I'll bring the little trailer down in soon and we'll take all this up to the cookie pile. Swing saw's got its cover on. Log splitter will get a cover on soon. And the final task here is to start stacking all of that. So before I start doing the stacking and let you watch that, just have a look at the woodshed now and see what we've created. So that now is a work of art. So the row behind there was a ugly pile of wood, rough split, nasty knotted stuff, and obviously that face there is all round. It's all gone through the swing saw. So this stuff's going well. A little bit more to do here. Put the time lapse on and you guys can just watch that as I finish. And then there'll be a couple of photographs at the end of the job done. Now tomorrow I will be back here again. I'm actually staying overnight. Tomorrow I'll be tackling the following. For these logs. Right, let's get the time lapse going and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.